Were you surprised that this announcement or decision, whatever, came when it did in June and not later? Or?
I think Coach was just happy that, when I was in the weight room, I was doing everything that I've been doing before, and that was signs that I was healthy. So I think it was just depending on, once I was healthy, he was going to make the decision. So.
To the extent that you are throwing, and not during the organized stuff, but you are throwing a bit, how are you throwing? In what ways are you throwing? Just sort of through what you're doing with.
Well, I don't want to divulge too much into it, but I am out there. I'm throwing. I'm just doing the program, and getting better one day at a time, just healing up. So.
And feels good.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
In terms of how much farther you are progression-wise and comfortability with the offense, is it, a full 180, or where do you think you are from where you were last year?
There at the end, I thought we clicked. Iowa State game was a pretty good game. We were clicking. And guys around started coming around like Mario, and having the spring off. You would think it hurt, but I got to see the game, this offense from a different point of view, how the coaches see it, and now I know more about what they want on the field. So I think that helped me, and when we're out there throwing, it's helping a little bit. So.
Well, you're doing a fine job of it.
Thank you.
From a leadership standpoint, it's probably tough to be the guy that you feel like you can be as the starting quarterback until coaches are giving you the authority to be the guy. And I mean, is that true? And how does that change stuff on a day-to-day basis for you?
And I've ever since Oklahoma State last year, I've led like I've been the starter. Even this spring and summer, I've led like that because last time I checked, I was. So then I think the guys knew it, and I led like that, and we have a lot of leaders on this team, but you got to have some followers, and we have a good job of a good group of guys who lead also with me, and it is very key. So.
Seems like this year you've had a interesting spring and summer travel-wise and like that. You haven't just sat home and you've made the most of this.
When we got our break, I got off a week before finals because I was in online classes in grad school, and so I got to go down to Florida and spend some time with the family there, and actually, saw Dr. Andrews again. That was the main reason why I went down there and rehabbed, and Florida State let me rehab there. I appreciate that, but I did some deep sea fishing. Buddy, we went to Atlantic City for the first time, and I've never been out there. Don't know if I'm going to go back, but it was pretty wild.
You can go visit your money.
We actually stayed in Ocean City, so that was much more my speed. But
what's it like knowing that your shoulder was operated on by a guy that operated on some pretty expensive shoulders?
I'm telling you, we went out to Los Angeles for the national championship game, and I'm expecting to see some famous people and everything, and then I was out with Dr. Andrews. I saw more famous people there than I did out in California a whole week. To my left, Jake Long, Von Miller, Gronkowski, Terry Bradshaw was in there. I was starstruck. It was pretty cool.
Has to give you a good amount of confidence in the job that's going to be done on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a slouch, that's for sure. So definitely.
Clint, we're not going to get a press release about a single running back. How much having that talent back there, is that going to free those guys up on the outside for you?
Exactly. They're going to be worried about who's in because each running back has their own specialty of what they can do. So they're going to be worried about him, and then we're going to have a burner out here and Big Kev over here. I'm excited. It definitely helps. So.
Do you think that that's working to prepare the defense for the diversity they're going to see through the Big 12 going against a whole committee of running backs?
Exactly. And our running backs can do everything. Our running backs can line up a wideout. Our running backs can do this. And hopefully they can't play quarterback, but do everything else. Our running backs are very, very talented, every single one of them. So.